Hello everyone, this is Anon again, and welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Fire. In the last episode, we got a lot of introduction going on, and we got out of that burning house right over there. In this episode, we are going to head to the next town and see what's going on over there. But first, I want to introduce you to a couple of people. This is the armory. I'm not going to buy anything here because I'm about to get some better equipment that you can buy from better equipment than the equipment you can buy here very shortly. This lady over here is the item shop. Now I'm actually going to buy a couple of things from her. Now a couple of things you want to buy off of her is you get a couple of marble threes. Marble threes keeps all the enemies away from you, so you won't have any random encounters. So this is a very useful item. I'm going to get 5 of these. Herbs recover 50 HP. I'm going to get 2 sets of 9 of these. You can only carry a set of 9 items, so that actually took up 2 spaces in our inventory. As you can see where the empty is, the inventory is not unlimited. I'm also going to get a couple of antidotes because we will be eventually going up against some poisonous enemies. Which I'll get 4 more. And that's about it, all we can get. The rest of these don't worry about. So now let's head over to the next town. Welcome to the world map. This world map is actually pretty big. That was Drogen. We're actually headed towards the village of Camlon. Okay, now with random battles, I'm only going to show new enemies. These enemies are slimes. Slimes are basically fodder. You can practically kill them in one hit even at level 1. But I want to go over the menu here. Attack is self-explanatory. Spell, you can cast spells. Item is self-explanatory. You hit the L button, you can bring up the switch, which basically reorganizes your row. Change, we'll get into later. If you hit R, you can go to defend. Then there's auto and run. Run allows you to run from battle. You can do that if you want. I usually don't, and it doesn't work all the time. And then auto is basically you set the game on autopilot and you just let the game play out. You see, they're only doing 2 damage to me, and I can actually knock out one of them in one hit. So like I said, slimes are just cannon fodder. They give you some gold, but you don't get that much experience off of them. Oh yeah, and they also drop antidotes, look at that. Alright, so this is the next town over here. This is Camlon, and there's actually a better place to grind in here. Sorry to hear that. I don't know if you saw it when I walked in, but Manai is actually the big town to the northeast. That we should. Monsters kicked you out. Alright. Oh man. Oh yeah, this is Camlon, and as you can probably tell, Camlon is about in the same shape as Drogen is at the moment. Alright, one thing I have to point out in Drogen, it's really in every town you come in. This is the Dragon Shrine. You go up and talk to the statue here, and he will save your game for you. Very useful. Well, especially useful since he saved your game for you. Alright. So now, let's see what's going on up here. Okay. Well, he says we need a strong hero to clear out the monsters in there, so... Well, good luck doing that. Excuse me. Alright, so this is actually the first dungeon of the game. Now, you might think I'm a little bit crazy coming in here just at level 1, because the boss in here, if you're not carefully prepared, can actually be pretty tough, because he does, number 1, as you'll see, even after I grind up a little bit, this boss is actually going to be a lot faster than I am, and will attack first probably 9 out of 10 times. But anyways, if we keep on going in here, this is Camlon Castle, by the way. This is the first time in the game, very linear. Okay, we have a new enemy here. This is the beak. The beaks are pretty fast and they do a lot of damage. Yeah, I might be dead here. Can I run? Nope. Yeah, look at that. That's embarrassing. I'm not even halfway to the game and I'm already dying. Whatever. But yeah, if you end up losing, then you'll just get warped back to the last save point you went to. Alright, so that's Camlon Castle. That's actually a good place to like to level up at. But it just depends on what enemies you run into. But as you saw that one, the run command didn't work. But so I think I'll probably level up to level 2 out here. There's actually a couple new enemies you haven't run into yet, so I'll go ahead and introduce those. And then if I'm still not where I want to be, I'll go off screen and level up. Alright, those were a couple of slimes. Like I said, I will not show repeat enemies, only new ones. So, alright, now let me show you another aspect of the game here. Let's see. There we go. Alright, sometimes when you come out of random battles, you see a bunch of wild animals. Like that one, I just trapped a buck, and if you before it disappears, bucks drop antlers. Antlers cure poison, so it's basically a natural antidote. Alright, so change of plans. I'm actually going to go off screen and level up. If I run into any new enemies though, I will show it to you. So, I will be right back. Alright, we've got some new enemies here. These are fleas. Now, in the early part of the game, these fleas are actually really fast and they can hit. You see, they just hit me there for 3 damage, and they both went first before I did. So be really, really careful with these things. Oh, that's another thing. Your characters can counterattack, which is also really cool. I'm gonna give a moderate amount of EXP and some gold, and I've leveled up to level 3, which is exactly where I want it to be. So let's go ahead and head back up to Camlon. Alright, I'm back. That was just a couple of slimes. Alright, so let's try taking on Camlon Castle again. Maybe this time I won't utterly, epically fail. But as I was saying before, okay, we've got a new enemy here. This is the Gloom. Glooms aren't defensive, however, they are pretty offensive, and they can cast Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is a spell which we can't really defend very well yet, and it can easily hit you for about 12 damage. And with my status right now, if I can go to my status screen here, 3 hits from that thing and I'm dead. You saw what happened to me with the beak earlier, so... so anyways, that's a healing fountain right there as you just saw. Alright, I'm back. That was another Gloom, and it actually cast Thunderbolt on me, and just to see what I mean, I actually lost about 14 hit points on that. 13, rather. So anyways, I'm going to go back and heal here, and then I'm going to go ahead and keep on going through the cave here. Alright, so there's 2 chests over there. Let's see what's... You know what, actually I'm going to show this fight, so I can get my revenge on this beak. And you're dead. That's revenge for making me look foolish earlier. Making me epically fail. Or whatever. Anyways, if you go to these chests here, you've got 70 gold pieces there and 70 there for a total of 140. I can multiply. Alright, so once again, another healing fountain there. Another random battle here. With some new enemies. These are poison bugs. I used to call them pill bugs because of the way they attack. But they're probably called poison bugs because they actually have the ability to poison. See, they roll up like a pill bug to attack you. Which is why I initially thought they stood for pill bugs. And with that, we reach level 4. Yeah, this early part of the game, like usual with RPGs, you'll be gaining levels left and right. Alright. Oh, we got another new enemy here. This is the Creep. If you're under-leveled, kind of like I am right now... Well, let's see. Well, still, but if you're like around level 2 when you come into running this thing will probably do about upwards to 8 or 9 damage to you. But I actually thought I was under-leveled there, but it only did 3 damage to me. I'm actually kind of surprised. Alright, so what we want to do here is head down these stairs here, and let's go treasure hunting. You can press A to open doors like that. But in here we got herbs and a bronze sword. The guy at Drogan didn't sell bronze swords. However, this is actually better than both of the weapons he sold there. I'm going to go ahead and equip it. You go to your menu, you click equip, and you select the guy you want to equip. So that brought my attack up to 29, which is actually fairly decent for this level. So let's go through here. And we got an herb here. And a gauntlet. Gauntlet, of course, is a shield. So let's go ahead and equip this gauntlet, and now attack and defense are the same at 29. Alright, now it's another gloom. So, like I said, this is a very linear dungeon. Of course, it's the first dungeon in the game, so you would expect no less of it. There's nothing in that part of the castle, so what we want to do here is just head down the stairs. Once again, treasure hunting. In chest 1, we have a suede chest plate. This is what the guy in Drogan actually also sells suede chest plates, but we just got one for free. So there we go. And this chest is an herb. But yeah, a lot of these. Okay, I'm back. That was the beak. Alright, those are a couple of poison bugs. So, like I said, with these 2 chests here, one of course contains, well, that one doesn't contain the herb, but that actually has a visor. A visor is a helmet that you can equip. See, this is why I was saving money. This is why I didn't buy anything from the armory in Drogan, because we will be finding this stuff in Camlon Castle. Yep, and then there's the herb in there. We'll go ahead and head up the stairs. Alright, so like I said, all we gotta do is head up the stairs here and walk around here, and now we've got 2 rather peculiar chests coming up. This one triggers what's called a sproing. It's a type of trap. It's actually really beneficial because it's a free heal. And both of these chests have antidotes, but this one has a free heal. Now this chest is... Alright, that was just a beak. I was saying now, this chest is actually kind of meaningless here, because this triggers a dark mist, which actually cuts your AP. Your AP is your magic points, and Ryu can't cast any magic spells at the moment, so I don't know what the point of that. Maybe they were demonstrating good traps and bad traps, I don't know. But anyways, up here is the boss battle, but we are out of time. So next time on Let's Play Breath of Fire, we will take on the boss of Camlon Castle. This is Anon, and I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.